Yeah, hi. Sign for a delivery? Yeah, it's for Deputy Operations Manager Thor, Nordic Pace Setter, Avengers HQ. Cool, yeah. Stick it on there, pal. That's all I need. Okay. So what do we got? I got 40-pack of figure-hugging adamantium jock straps, 600 wet wipes, dickload of capes, various colours, extra strong mouthwash, bag of monkey nuts, couple of rape whistles, and a curtain pole. Okay, nice. Good day? Yeah. Well, mine's been a bit crazy, to be honest. I was up at Justice League HQ, and that place is not ready yet, you know. So between you and me, pal, I just put the kibosh on it, you know. I just left it. Yeah, I know what it's like to not get a delivery. I went and watched Batman vs. Superman, and that didn't deliver. Foxes have snarled their way to the top of the Carling Premier League. Yeah, I reckon we should get Ranieri down that House of Commons. Yeah, barking out some policies from the touchline. Hey, Cleggy boy, pull your socks up, mate. I need you in the bloody box. Hey? Yeah, but those anyone seen these floozies we got hanging around towns now? Excuse me, sir, do you want to come to my nightclub? Can I bring my own drinks? No? Then I'll see you at Summerfield's. Yeah. Top shelf, please. Keep the change, and I'll have a dib-dab. The Henmanian tiger, Tim Henman, has been dropped by Robinson's fruit shoots. Apparently, he took advantage of their due. Oh, come on. That one was... Blackjack. Poker. Slot machines. The stock market? Wow. Busy old week again, wasn't it, Blade? Yeah. I've been reading about these so-called astronauts that they've got up there in space. I think it's a load of codswallop.
Why? What do you mean?
Oh, but Blade, what do you think they're doing up there? What do you think they're up to?
The experiments and...
Yeah. I'll tell you what, mate. They're just trying to get away from the old missus. They're up there. They're sinking suds, listening to music, having it off with each other. They're probably on the old bifters, Blade.
No, but there are ladies up there as well.
Oh, they got ladies up there, Blade. They got having the best time of their lives, man. They got the guitars around the circle, and I tell you what, they're waiting it out, because when it all goes downhill down here, pal, they'll still be up there having their parties. Astronauts. Indeed. Let's move on. That's just the way the world goes, I guess.
Chickens do not just vanish into thin air.
No, I know. That's the crazy thing.
Only two people had keys. One with me, and t'other with you. Now listen to me, Cable, and you listen to me very carefully. If I find out you had anything to do with my chickens disappearing, I will not be best pleased.
I wouldn't be
and
pleased
I will rip
either.
Your fucking head off.
I wouldn't want to have
Cable.
that happen.
I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll be back the day after that. And I'll keep coming back until those chickens are found safely.
Yeah, okay.
You only get one warning, Cable.
Okay, well, he's coming back every day, but...
Film time again, broads and bruisers. And guess what? We're heading to the top of the charts with some kooky crashes, bad boy bouncing bangs, and an entire washing basket full of those stinky wallops that get us hand-jiving at the drive-in disco. 1992 Royal Rumble winners, the Russo brothers, bring us the Captain American Civil War, starring ginger car enthusiast Chris Evans as Abraham Lincoln, and former cartoon Robert Downey Jr. as his conscience.
many people see you as a hero. There are some who'd prefer the word vigilante. You've operated with unlimited power and no supervision. That's something the world can no longer tolerate.
I know how much Bucky means to you. Stay out of this one. Please. You'll only make this worse.
You saying you'll arrest me?
There will be consequences.
Captain, you seem a little defensive. Well, it's been a long day. If we can't accept limitations, we're no better than bad guys.
That's not the way I see it.
Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth.
I just want to make sure we consider all our options. Because people that shoot at you usually wind up shooting at me, too.
You know what's about to happen. Do you really want to punch your way out of this?
What do? We fight.
Sorry, Tony. You know I wouldn't do this if I had any other choice. But he's my friend. So was I.
Hello and welcome. The film we are reviewing tonight is Captain America: Civil War. We are joined by film expert Becca Woodford. Nice to have you along, Becca.
Thank you.
And John Butler, who fixes roofs on top of roofs.
Thanks.
And for this very special occasion of this very special comic book film, we have a comic book expert. Comic Book Corner, James Butler, how you doing?
All right.
Looking good, James, in your Comic Book Corner.
Thank you. It's a bit uncomfortable, but it's all right.
Okay.
Whinging.
You come out the cinema. John, what did you think?
It was all right. It was just all right. Good cast, I guess. I like a lot of the actors and actresses in it. Yeah.
Booker.
I thought it was pretty good. Yeah. You know, in comparison to the others, it was a good addition to it all.
I really enjoyed this one. I actually thought this was a very entertaining action film. A lot of the problems that I have with a lot of the Marvel films, I felt were kind of addressed in this film.
Yeah, I
was
agree.
kind of, overall, I think I was very happy.
What have I missed in between Avengers 1 and this? Because where's Thor?
Comic Book Corner. Where's Thor, man?
Well, we're getting ready for Ragnarok, which is the next Thor film.
God.
And he's with, apparently Hulk's with him as well.
That's what Hulk is.
So apparently, it sort of like ties slightly in with the Planet Hulk stuff. So he's been...
Fascinating. Okay, until this time code, bingo, spoilers. They borrow a heck of a lot from the Bourne films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
The whole
setting.
style.
Green grass.
Yeah.
Even
The frame rate and stuff like
exactly.
that.
The frame rate
exactly.
when they're in the fights.
Works though,
No, it
doesn't
works
it?
really
Obviously.
really well, yeah.
See
It works well with those characters.
That Bourne trailer as well, at the start. Wow.
Wasn't the prequel Jason Bourne in the film? Hawkeye.
Yeah, he's that guy made of that cheap leather, isn't he? That's been put through the wash.
Yeah.
Terrible breath as well.
It looks like he's been divorced 5 times and sleeps on the sofa.
Have you ever seen the episode of him in a house where he's supposed to be a young guy?
No.
He looks like a leather chair.
Hey, did you get a new guitar?
64 teardrop reissue.
And the fact that it's set in Europe is definitely a Jason Bourne-ish thing. They do go with the spy thriller sort of thing for the Captain America movies. I remember the one before being like that.
I enjoyed the
That's
first
American.
one though, Captain America, yeah.
Less humour in this, because he's quite funny, old Chris Evans. And
Yeah.
he handles humour well, but he was more of the straight guy in this film.
The only time they really ever delved into like that comic book humour was when they started fighting. And then you get some of the cliche gags going. But apart from that, I think they managed the humour. Well, they just thought, let's just take a few of the silly one-liners out.
April Fool, motherfucker. Fury, you son of a bitch.
His friend, Buddy, or whatever his
Bucky.
name is. Bucky.
Bucky?
Bucky.
O'Hare? Yeah,
Captain Bucky O'Hare,
Yeah,
yeah.
thanks. Thank God you're here. Bucky O'Hare was getting off in his helicopter, and Captain America comes over and you see his
yeah, that was
guns.
good.
That was
really
one of the
good.
most erotic homoerotic. But
Yeah, oh, we all felt it, Booker. We all felt
thank
it.
God, thank God. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't feed it. Oh.
No, but
Did you see the film?
No, but there was.
In 2D, yeah. So
I saw it in 2D.
I had to pay more for it. It was sold out. Good stuff.
so you really got the guns.
Do you know what?
Oh, that's why.
It was.
You were getting the veins.
It
and
was
everything.
Needing, waiting for you to justify my love.
I reckon I had a quite different experience watching it in 3D because the 3D was dealt with really well, and I'm not a big 3D fan.
I'd hear in
No.
2016.
No, I'm not a big 3D fan, but I thought they dealt with it really well. It didn't become the narrative. It was an addition. By the end, I thought I'd forgotten I was watching it in 3D.
Have you seen Avatar?
Yeah.
It's about blue space cats.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah.
Lovely,
They're polluting
lovely
the
old
earth.
blue space cats. Really nice.
But they're polluting the earth, and the army has to get
in there
They're
and
vermin.
kill them.
They're
The
vermin.
vermin.
I really enjoyed that starting sequence. I thought it was one of the best that Marvel's done. I agree with the Jason Bourne thing, and I thought that that tracking shot that they did with Scarlett Johansson. Where they were just going through the market and she was just jumping through.
Yeah, that was really good.
It was really well done. Like I've never seen that anywhere else. So I was just like, kudos to them because they usually take other things and then utilize them.
Do you know what it kind of reminded me of? In Pacific Rim, where the action sequences were shot where the camera movement wasn't perfect, so you missed little bits. That tracking shot, you were kind of missing some of the moves.
Yeah.
It made it feel real that you were following sort of chaos and anything could happen.
It was like the shot was following her desire rather than making any sort of big deal about what she was doing, jumping over tables.
Just the Bourne trailer.
That
was.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
Who's the red guy?
Yeah.
Who's
Who's
the red guy?
Comic Book Corner, who was that guy who we were supposed to know?
The red
the
guy.
villain in the main.
At the start.
It's called Crossbones.
No, it's Vision.
No.
Vision.
Oh, Vision.
No, not Vision.
No, I mean the red. I don't mean. Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the guy at the start who
with
they
the
pulled
mask?
off his face and then we were supposed to know this guy.
I mean Vision.
He had a building dropped on him. Apparently, that's what he told me.
Bettany.
Yeah, I know.
Have you never seen Master and Commander?
Okay, wait. So he gets what?
I have to read these scripts when they come in. I have to read them about 3 times to work out what the hell is going on.
We had a young Robert Downey Jr. through the magic of CGI.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
That's the first time I thought, wow, they've nailed that technology.
I thought it was him in great makeup at first. This is just too good to be CGI.
There was one bit right at the end when he went into
He
the
went through that
foreground.
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're supposed to, it was supposed to be shit at the end, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, they could. They had that, so they could say it was. Yeah.
They do the best facelifts. Like Michael Douglas, did you watch Ant-Man? Like him in that, he was perfect. He looked like Gordon Gekko in it. Like it was absolutely perfect in Ant-Man. And then they've done Robert Downey Jr., which is even better. He was, his demeanor was even like him. I don't understand how they did it.
This could open up a...
No, but
Imagine
with,
who could play who.
Yeah.
You could have Albert Finney
Spielberg
playing Dennis the Menace. Competition of...
the chicken competition that you were judging.
Oh, it's just they didn't even do it.
Yeah, but you'd hired that white suit as well.
Yeah, shame. But just their chickens are gone.
Well, they've been stolen.
Yeah, I think probably it could be. They might be in the woods. Maybe they're in the woods.
No, why would that? People wouldn't steal them. Why would they be in the woods?
They could have. Someone might have thought these chickens look sad. Let's put them in the woods.
What, and kill them? They can't.
Not kill them. Set them free, Blade.
They wouldn't survive out in the wild, though, would they? I wouldn't have thought they'd be in the woods. Would? It's just they're not made for it, are they? They're not wild. Like anything could kill them, pretty much.
They die in the woods.
You think about foxes or something, or just the weather, or that kind of stuff. No one would have put them in the woods. That would be.
I might have done it.
Well,
I might have put them in the woods.
You put them in the woods, so how?
Yes, that's what I've been
How?
trying to tell you. I put them in the woods because they look sad.
So How did you...
Put them in my car blade and put them in the wood.
So what are you going to do?
Get them, I told you. I'm gonna go get them. God. So they set up the premise of the movie. It's one of the most interesting of all of the comic book films, really, especially the Marvel films, because you set up two distinct sides early on. You've got two good actors on either side, and as an audience, they let you decide where you'd be. It's an interesting concept. Is that from the comic books?
Yeah. Well, the premise is, like, it's Mark Millar's Civil War, so he wrote the concept of it, that there was the superhero registration.
But how much of the dialogue and stuff are we getting?
No, nothing like it.
Right, okay.
And the actual catalyst for the split is different, isn't it?
Totally, yeah. In the comics, it's a reality TV show with loads of superheroes.
Oh, okay, I've heard it.
And then
is it better? Which is better in your opinion?
The comic.
Okay.
Comic.
It's just so massive and encompassing.
But was it a good compromise?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
The old people around here are my friends.
Robert Downey Jr. was bloody knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, he was really good, wasn't he?
It felt like they just let him go. It felt like he was writing a lot of his scenes because there were so many little bits in it that you just thought were so kind of him that it had to be improvised or some kind of improvisation or
It feels also that he really enjoys like the humanity of films. And in this, like that relationship with Chris Evans, it just felt like he really enjoyed those scenes.
Yeah.
And it also felt like he loved him.
Well,
Is that back to the helicopter stuff, or...?
Well, I just think, like, if you see a man's arms popping into,
you know, that's a man's way of saying, "I love you."
He ain't doing that.
Look
for
how
him.
much they're popping, my guns.
Why would you do that unless you had?
The British woman's funeral. Her niece or something went up to do it.
Her granddaughter
went up
and delivered it to...
delivered it to
Captain America. And was slightly sarcastic and stuff.
Yeah, so
Just like, have
imagine
some
being
damn
like
respect
a cousin
for you.
or something and just being like, what's she doing?
We know he's famous.
She's just talking to Captain America.
Do they know that Steve Rogers is Captain America yet? Has he come out?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, they know he's Captain America.
Okay.
Everybody
he
knows.
said it.
he's
Clark
Captain
Kent's got a pair of glasses. No one knows.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. Oh.
Wait, who's...
Comic
Clarke,
books.
the reporter?
Sorry, man, but
No,
comic
Steve
books
Rogers,
sometimes.
Captain America. Does
Clark
she?
Kent's the reporter for the Daily Planet, isn't he?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's
They
not.
didn't need to make her niece because it was obviously something that was written for this film because they were like,
Oh, is she not the
she says
niece?
that we kept it a secret.
Yeah, but the conflict I think was that he'd given the old woman a bloody. He'd given the old woman a bit of the.
Jesus.
Oh, he pulled her helicopter in.
The guy from,
him, yeah.
The guy from Inglourious Basterds.
Yeah.
He was a really interesting villain.
He wasn't a villain in many ways. He was just...
Again, he was like a villain in a Bond film.
Yeah.
He was almost like Clive Owen in the first one, just sort of like this guy that, like, what's that guy up to? Something fishy. Something fishy.
But they dealt with like the pathos of film really well. Like you did give a shit about each character's issues and problems.
Yeah, even Paul Bettany as that,
the red guy,
the radish.
I'm hitting the radish man. Yeah,
yeah, radish
man.
The radish man.
Yeah,
radish
Good,
man.
radish
yeah.
man.
Radish man. Even him, I was with him.
Yeah.
It only took a couple of scenes to set that premise up, but they'd done it quite well. So I was, and he's a good actor, I guess.
I had a problem with the vision in this.
Is this a comic book thing?
No, but it isn't really because I don't like the character in the comics really either.
Well,
I just think he's too powerful. But I just found him really creepy. Like he's with this teenager and he's just floating around her all the time and just.
But he's a computer. He's probably only 2 days old.
Every time the camera was lingering on him more than like 3 seconds, it was like my heart started to go.
But then he's good.
I thought that worked. I thought that was what they were going for.
You're about to eat your words, pal. Because the chickens are in the car.
It was just really well done.
I'm glad you said that. Yeah. I thought you two were going to hate him.
No, I liked it.
I
he
loved
was really
it.
conscious.
I think what's more,
Comic book corner.
yeah, I think he was great. He was Spider-Man. That's how I saw him. Like, and I love the fact that they've sort of reverted back to he's just a 15-year-old kid. Like that was really good. But why is no one talking about Aunt May? Sexy Aunt May. Like, what the hell? Like,
I reckon that was Robert Downey Jr. casting that.
Maybe.
He's after it. You know what his history is like.
Actress Oscar for this, I'd say.
She's up for it.
Is she?
Yeah.
I know she got Best Actress, didn't she?
Yeah, she
For
was.
wrestler, yeah.
No, for My Cousin Vinny.
oh yeah, oh my god.
Did she really?
Yeah.
She actually did Joe Pesci's facelift.
Yeah.
And that's
That's
why they
her.
gave it to her.
Yeah, she did. Because, you know, Joe Pesci wasn't 25 in that film.
No, it's crazy, isn't it? That's the standard they set, because before
Yeah,
we
and
had
Home
the
Alone.
young
In
Robert
Home
Downey...
Alone when he
No,
was
before
bald.
we had the young Robert Downey Jr., the best aging we'd ever seen was Joe Pesci in My Cousin Vinny. It was incredible.
Yeah.
What did you think of Paul Rudd?
I think he's brilliant.
Man? Did he work in the...
I absolutely.
Captain
I think that
America?
they did he nailed the tone. I think he must have written his own lines.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
thought that.
Definitely
The
a
only
couple.
bit that irritated me a little bit was that obviously, like, say something funny when his mask came off and he just went, "Get me an orange slice." That was the only bit that irritated me.
See, this is my issue with the gags. The shit gags came up when they're fighting.
But Spider-Man was good in all that, though.
I know, but he was always good. I mean,
right,
I'm with you
okay.
on him. I love that guy.
You're talking about Paul Rudd, or...
Well, no, there was a few.
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
It's like they're always trying to justify Hawkeye. They're always trying to shove him down your throat, and no one gives a shit about. He's like an uncle that you don't want to turn up at a party or something like that, isn't
I
he?
just
And then
want
they're-
someone to just poke his face through.
Yeah, it's like they've covered every base with him. They've like over sentimentalized him, like in something, and then they made him the funny guy in this one, and then they've made him the badass, and they've tried everything, and they're just shoving it down your throat. Where it's just like, just kill him. Like every film, I'm like at the end of it, just kill him.
What?
You know?
Whoa! In Hawkeye's defense, James, he did have a good old scene actually in that underwater prison. It was in an underwater prison. Old Tony Stark, the guy, he wasn't wearing his iron things. But actually, no, they actually had quite a good scene together.
No, he did. Yeah. It felt like it was the only scene given to him with any gravitas, because the rest were chuck away shit.
How were his guns in 3D? Because
That's true.
Yeah.
How was he shaping up?
Well, let me answer
statue,
that.
or?
Let me answer that, because I did watch it. He
knocked your socks off.
Well, he did.
Tickled your pink.
He confused me.
Okay, well that's...
Hello, that's like Captain America
positive.
with the...
Yeah,
That's
positive.
positive.
He unsteadied the ship.
Yeah,
yeah.
And that's what you want from a comic book movie.
That's all I was looking for.
It was the best stuff I've seen him do with the shield. It actually felt like it was a dangerous weapon.
The shield was
It's like bloody Crocodile Dundee with that thing.
Yeah.
That's what only you thought in the world.
They were pushing it towards that Marvel cliche structure that they have, where they were setting up the monster with these super warriors. And I was just thinking, I don't want to watch, what's his name, Captain America, fight a bunch of stupid characters that I've never seen before just for a big old crash bang wallop at the end. And I was just dreading it. I was just thinking, oh, well, here we go. Here's the last 20 minutes. And then, old what's his face?
They built it up, didn't they? Like
Daniel
Zemo
Brühl.
was walking through there, and they set it up like it was going to
Is
be
he
a
in
Marvel.
the comics?
Yes, he is, but he's nothing like that. He's called Baron Zemo. So he's like a
That
hereditary...
sounds terrible.
There's been about
I really
4 of
liked
them.
all the stuff with him, and when he was first listening to the
that was
the
amazing.
thing with the
Yeah.
answer machine, and then it turned out because it was
I guessed
well
it.
done as well. But, oh, okay.
But
I-
at
I
first
still thought it was good. I
You
just
said
guessed it. I
it was
guessed.
sarcastic.
It's like
It was
you've got to
sarcastic,
think
man.
when we're saying all this.
That's sarcastic shit. No, thank you. The shit with his dead wife. No, thank you.
Dead wife.
Oh, don't be sarcastic about it.
That twist. That was crazy, mad. Wow. Is that from the comic books?
No.
Wow. No.
It's nothing to do with that. In the comic books, like it's pretty clear that Iron Man's a dick in it. Like there's a righteousness to it, but there's no sentimentality. It's just that he makes the decision, and he's almost like the bad guy throughout.
Surely that didn't hold the same amount of kind of weight that the last fight had so much more weight to it because there was things at stake.
It's nothing like the comics because they're all fighting each other at the same time. It's a big battle. It's more like the
more
Apple,
comic
but
book
huge.
heroes,
It's like
yeah.
absolutely enormous. And and Iron Man's actually employed.
I'm sorry,
villains
comic
and
book
things.
corner, but that sounds.
I would just
In
say,
Real
I
Diamond
think-
cartoon, he looked more like a darts player, so that
he
probably
did.
has some kind of bearing
And he's
on how he
boring
acts.
in the comics. He's boring as fuck.
He's not. He has an old slug every once in a while. I remember that. I remember that was cool as heck when I was younger. I mean, having a couple of slugs and
How young were you?
cap full of whiskey. I don't know.
Before I go to sleep in my iron bed.
The best thing about it wasn't necessarily like the twist itself, but it was the reaction that Iron Man had. It was the first time we've ever seen him vengeful, and like I felt like I was on his side. I was like, "Kill him! You should kill him!" Like I was, I totally
Comic book
switched.
corner. That's dark, man.
Yeah.
That's dark.
We get dark now. Every now
It's
and
a dark
again.
room.
You can still read in the dark
room
in
you
comic
live in.
book corner. In these kind of in action films or whatever, when you have 2 characters or 3 characters going at each other, if you pick the best ones, let's say, the Empire Strikes Back as a great example. It's what the characters are going through when the fight actually happens that give it the weight that.
A couple of wallops, though.
A couple of wallops is always needed, John.
Really?
But you got to have emotional bangs as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we saw Captain America be a bit of a bloody brute as well.
He's
Give him
tough
the
as
old
nails.
Slugfest.
He fights like a Brit.
He's called Captain America, but he's wallops like a bloody Brit.
He's got a British mother.
Yeah, well, just say. He's banging a Brit.
Is he?
He was. She's dead now.
Yeah, we were at the funeral.
We did go to the funeral.
Yeah, we were at that funeral.
Now he's
with
banging
that
the
woman
knees.
when he was talking to.
Compromise where you can. It is your duty to plant yourself like a tree, look them in the eye, and say.
Can I just say that we've missed something massive here? That's a big thing
Go
throughout
for
the
it,
whole
comic
thing.
book corner.
Black Panther.
Oh, yeah.
He's a
Okay.
massive part of the film. Like he's there.
African American Panther.
Okay, the reason I forgot about him was because he was probably the most forgettable character in the whole film. If I was African, I would be offended by that
That's
character.
very funny because I watched it with Genevieve and she is Nigerian.
Who's Genevieve?
So you watched it with a Nigerian man.
I watched it with a Nigerian. I watched it with a Nigerian man, yeah, and they said that it was the least African accent they'd ever heard, and it was disgustingly over philosophical. And
that's
and
what I
they said
thought.
she said it reminds me of when Americans do Native Americans, and they're just like they say in our culture that you can.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Yeah, so we went to Rose's pub, me and my mates, a few of the lads from work and that. Had a few beers, watched the Ruggers.
There can be only one.
And we, pulled a few girls.
Lambert.
Got my hair cut today as well, Coles.
Christopher Lambert,
Oh,
Sean Connery.
we going?
Sean Connery, Ramirez. The Gorgon. The guy from the Green Mile.
Okay, so we go. Should we go on? Shall I go on? Okay. What I find is the key to sales is communication, being able to reflect people, mirror, but being able to sort of control them in a way, or to instigate that. Don't dangle carrots.
Don't do anything with carrots.
No.
And the last one.
Try and be true.
Rip people off.
No, I've never ripped people off.
Yeah, rip people off, make money off.
No. Look, I didn't win this award. Am I here to talk about the award?
No.
I mean, you seem to be being a bit ridiculous here.
We're not here to talk about your award. We're here to talk about other things.
What, like?
You're a guilty man.
Everybody's a guilty man. I mean, I'm a guilty man of my pleasures, you know. I've done a few things not proud of.
What was that in your eyes then? As soon as I mentioned the word guilt, there was something there, maybe.
No guilt at all.
Maybe
I've always been loyal to the...
somewhere back.
I've been
Long forgotten.
Look, I've been confident. I've had some good times, man. Some good times with some good girls and some...
I think I know why you're guilty.
I think you better shut up. Why the fuck am I here, man? Like, I don't need to be here. I've got enough money. I've got enough status to not do this. And I think you're a poor...
I think you're a guilty man.
I think you've got no... I think you've got a shih tzu. I think you're a guilty man.
Why.
No,
you are guilty.
Yeah, I'm fucking guilty. I killed someone. I killed
Put in
someone.
the interest.
I killed someone, yeah. 4 years ago. Well done. I killed someone 4 years ago. I was at a zoo and there was an old man. And I pushed him into the gorilla enclosure and they dismembered him, ripped his fucking head off and he was dead. I just wanted to know what it was like to kill someone and I did it. It's been eating away at me for 4 years.
You catch Highlander on the Sci-Fi Channel the other night.
Yeah, I did actually.
Still holds up, I think.
What?
Still holds up, you know.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with Lambert, you know. It's just...
No.
I mean, sure, the second one, yeah, you know, it's just
Yeah, the second one.
crazy plot holes, but...
Yeah, the second one doesn't hold up. It's pretty shit.
Yeah. Connery.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have brought him back, shouldn't they?
No.
Cha-ching, that's what they were thinking, you know.
Yeah.
Call the police? Yeah. Oh, yeah, probably should. Should probably call the police, you know.
Will you wait with me?
No. Can I borrow your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna make a phone call. Just,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be long. You just...
You can keep it. You can keep it.
Wow, cheers.
Fine.
You'll get on fine in prison, man. Yeah, hi. Clarke Cable police, please. Yes, I can hold. Typical.
And we're back. Shocking. Let's go through the scoring system for the boys and girls at home who don't know. Number 1, out for a duck. Number 2, leg by. Number 3, reverse sweep. Number 4, boundary. And number 5 is, of course, a 6. John, what are you giving The American Captain Civil War?
Myself, probably like a leg by would be, yeah. But then in terms of the genre and stuff, it's probably a boundary. So I'll go with boundary.
Becca?
I'd agree. Like that, it's a difficult one because Judge gets a Marvel film. The success of like the threat of the film and the pathos of the film is a boundary. I think in the same way, if I was Judge gets other films, I'd probably give it a high leg by, but I'll stick with a boundary.
Comic Book Corner.
Yeah, I think that's...
Speaking on behalf of comic book fans around the world.
That's exactly why I'm here, yeah. I think it's right. It's incomparable to any film that's ever been made because there's so much connection. We've never had this in history. But either way, as a film, I'd give it a boundary, and as a Marvel film, I'd give it a boundary, a solid boundary.
I'm also going to give it a boundary. So that's a clean sweep.
Wow.
The filmmakers are going for that. It was successful to a point where I think it is a boundary. Who'd have thought it? Clarke Cable Film Review Report gives a Marvel film a bloody boundary. I don't know what's going on. But let's get out of here, Blade. Only one way to do it. Play us out.
You get it?
Do you know what I hate?
A round of applause for a Marvel film.
Exactly.
Yeah.